The worst performance of the season, and we do it after 1 week of beating Girona. Convincingly, dominating Girona. We did everything against Girona, and we were just about to push that lead any further. Winning this game was going to allow us to be 8 points clear, 8 points clear of Girona before their game tomorrow. Things was going perfectly. So for us to drop this performance, after everything that's happened, was just disappointing. Absolutely disappointing, and we dropped arguably the worst performance of the season. In my opinion, it's on the same level as the Atleti performance in the Cup. At least in the Cup against Atleti, we did something. We created. We were unlucky with some of the decisions and some of the goals that didn't go our way. But this game, there was no creation. There was no outlets. We did not deserve to win this game. Plain and simple. We did not deserve to pick up the 3 points. And you could put it on so many reasons. I will talk about so many reasons. I'll talk about Dani Carvajal, the red card, which was just stupid of him to pretty much get that. Certain players not performing to pretty much the level that they should have. Carlo Ancelotti taking way too much time to make the subs. We could talk about everything. Before I go any further, as you guys know, like, share, subscribe. I've even lost my voice. That's how bad it is. Listen, we started the game off with a different lineup, and it was deservedly so. It was understandable. A lot of players. It was a hectic schedule. Luka Modric got a chance. Joselu got a chance. Fran Garcia got a chance. And with the schedule that we had, and we were going towards a team that's only won one. They've won one game at home throughout the whole this season. In the last 8 games, they've lost 6 league games. Just deep it. We're going against a team that's struggling. Yes, they sacked their manager last week. They've got a new manager bounce, but it means absolutely nothing. This game, we should have won. We should have controlled it. It should have been a comfortable win. Instead, we made it more difficult than what it should be. We started off the game, the first 15 minutes, on a great note. The desire was there. The effort was there. We scored the first goal. Great over the ball top to Fede. Fede, excellent run. That reminded me of last season Fede in terms of the runs that he was making on that right wing side. Great delivery. Again, it reminds me of an assist that he made to Vinicius Jr., I think against Celtic in the Champions League. Great delivery. And of course, Joselu with a great finish. After that, 5-10 minutes, fair enough. We contained it. We controlled it. The moment the goal came from Rayo Vallecano, and it was a stupid goal to concede as well. It started off, forget Camavinga. For me, it was just unlucky. It was his hand was. I'll talk about it. Before, let's talk about the attack leading to it. The attack was made on the right hand side. Yeah, throughout the whole first half, Brahim Diaz was covering Lucas Vazquez. My man had the ball. The left winger had the ball. The overlap was made. But there was no communication, not just with this specific attack, but throughout the whole first half and throughout the whole second half, there was no communication between Brahim Diaz and Lucas Vazquez. Sometimes, when you're in a situation like this and you see the overlap coming on the right-hand side, you're supposed to tell your man, yo, listen, you stay with my man and I will go with the overlap. And on this specific occasion, there was no communication because both of them went towards the overlap, which allowed the winger to cut inside with ease, with absolute ease. And of course, the back pass made, the shot was made, and it hit Camavinga. A lot of Madrid fans were saying it's not like it wasn't intentional, it wasn't his fault, this and that. Brother, is a deserved penalty. Let's be real. His hand wasn't close to the chest. There was a good separation between the chest and the hand, and the shot was going towards target. That was a clear penalty. If it went against us, we'd be screaming for a penalty as well. Let's just be objective. Let's put the bias aside. Clear penalty. But what was disappointing, and straight after the penalty was made, and straight after they scored, the intensity dropped for no reason. For absolute no reason. We showed no desire in the last 15 minutes of the first half. In the first half, a lot of players didn't perform. Luka Modric wasn't performing at the level, but with him, I'll talk about him once I talk about the second half. Vinicius Jr. was absolute non-existent throughout that first half. The best player in the first half was Fede Valverde, and somewhat Brahim Diaz at least trying. But Fede was the only person who showed at least some desire. The second half, we start the second half with absolutely no urgency. In a moment like this, in a moment like this, you're supposed to start the second half with straight pressure, straight intensity, no urgency at all at the beginning of the second half. We saw a lot of time where Vinicius Jr. went on the right-hand side, because on the left, like I said, bro, on the left, I don't know what he was doing on the left-hand side. Maybe the defender was too tough. Maybe Frank Garcia was making the overlap, but I'm not sure why Vinicius kept rotating on the right-hand side, especially when Rodrigo came on. Just stick on your side, bro. I don't know why he was making that rotations run. But again, the subs that Carlo Ancelotti made was too delayed. You waited to the 65, 70 minute to bring Toni Kroos on, where Luka Modric should have been off from way earlier. Camavinga, in the first 15 minutes of the second half, was the only one that was progressing the ball. He made 2 great runs inside the box, taking ball carry inside the box. And what do? You take him off, and you keep Luka Modric on. Are you serious? Camavinga should have never been taken off. A lot of people will say, well, he was taken off because he will rest to the next week against Seville. Brother, he got yellow carded, which meant that he was going to miss. He was suspended for the next game. Taking Camavinga off, there was no reason behind it. There was no reason behind it. If you were saying it was because of resting, no, because he was suspended. So might as well play him the full 90 minutes. If you were saying he wasn't good, well, he was better than Luka Modric, that's for sure. If you were saying, well, we need a bit more attacking, he was the only one in the second half at least making the runs into the box, into the final third. And you take him off. And you keep Luka Modric on. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on. Arda Güler came on in the last 4 minutes of the game. But like I said, the second half, there was absolutely no urgency at all. We didn't create any sort of attack that made me say, oh, wow. There wasn't any sort of passages of plays. There was maybe a couple of deflections that went our way. But again, the second half didn't make me say like we deserved to win. Dani Carvajal, towards the end of the second half, towards the end of the game, yes, you got pulled. Yes, you got pressured. As an experienced player, as the captain that you are, as the veteran that you are, leave him alone, ignore it. We're in the last 4 minutes of the game. We're trying to chase the game. We're trying to win the game. Why are you reacting to the thing? Why are you trying to hit him for? Yes, you were fouled. I know you were fouled. But brother, we need you in this sort of attack. Just let him go after the game, then go to him, chat to him, show your frustrations. But not in game during the attack. Come on, man. Just stupid, just head loss by Dani Carvajal. And like I said, there wasn't... I don't know, man. It was just weird. It was just weird. We beat Girona 4-0. We beat Leipzig, in my opinion, was a great win away from home. And then we dropped this. It's just typical. No urgency, no desire from anyone. In terms of the best 3 players of the game, in my opinion, Fede, for me, was the best player on the pitch. Tchouaméni, let's talk about the defense. Tchouaméni made so many... There was 2 free moments that he lost the ball carelessly. Nacho was Nacho. Fran Garcia... The thing is about Fran Garcia, yeah? Sometimes, when you... There's nothing bad I can say about Fran Garcia. The problem is, there's nothing good that I can say about him. So just being average, just being there, it's not good enough for Real Madrid. You need to at least showcase something. Just give me something. Because he didn't do nothing. Vasquez, defensively in the first half, was just so bad. So bad. No, lack of positioning in my opinion. Luka Modric, couple bad passes in the first half. Second half, he made some decent runs, but it didn't lead to anything. Camavinga, in my opinion, should have stayed on. I'm not sure why he was taken off. Fede, like I said, I spoke about him. Best player in terms of going forward, in terms of dropping deep. And then, of course, Vinicius, so quiet. Very, very quiet. And this is the game where Jude's not there. We're relying on you now. You're supposed to be the man that's going to put us on the back and take us there. But again, you didn't do that. You didn't do that. Towards the last 10, 15 minutes, you were trying to battle the crowd and the Rayo players rather than actually taking your team forward. That's still a habit that you need to just let go of yourself, bro. Stop getting rattled and ignored and getting impacted by the crowd. The crowd is of course gonna do that. The Rayo players is of course trying to rattle you. Just let them be, bro. We're trying to win a game. Joselu, beside the finish that he made, other than that, in the second half, there was only one attack in my opinion. Brahim Diaz made a great turn. Great turn. Nice pass inside the box. In that situation where Joselu was there, I think it was to the 55, 60 minute, rather than shooting it where you were defended by a guy behind you and the angle wasn't there, just lay it off to Vasquez, who was wide open in front of you, who could at least cross it through, or maybe had an effort. You didn't. Again, the lack of vision. It's just certain moments we just lack the final pass. Other than that, listen, disappointing. If Girona wins tomorrow, there will be 3 points behind us. Barcelona, with the win, with the late last-minute penalty win against Celta, are now 8 points behind us. If we bottle the league, you know what? I don't even want to talk about bottling the league. That's no point talking about it. Let's not talk about ifs and buts. Let's just concentrate on where we are right now. The next game. The thing is, the reason why I wanted to win, the reason why I want to have a good separation is come Champions League, come quarterfinals, semi-finals, we will at least be in a position where we can start to have the luxury to rest players. Now we can't. Now, if Girona wins, they're 3 points behind us and they've got a game a week. That means every game now is a must-win, bro. We needed that separation, but now we don't have that. Anyway, listen. Let me know what you guys thought about the game, about certain players, about the decisions, the penalty decision, the red card. Let me know what you guys thought about the game. Don't forget, as always, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time with another video. But as always, no matter what happens, Hala Madrid. But disappointing, absolute disappointing performance today.